Now, former Spurs striker Les Ferdinand, Sir Les, spoke to talkSPORT ahead of his former side's trip to Bournemouth later on this evening. He said that Spurs need to be more consistent in order to get into the top four.
You know, you go from seeing them play against the likes of Man City and other top teams and put in performances where you go, wow, this is looks like Tottenham's arrived now. And then the following week they'll lose to like an Ipswich or a Crystal Palace. It's that level of consistency that they're searching for that they need to find if they're going to continually contest being in that top four. And I think that's been the frustration with Spurs this season so far.
So Les, given his view on Tottenham, his former club, what do you make of them? 03717223324. The majority of Spurs fans, happy or not happy about Spurs at the moment?
I think they'd be happy.
Okay, I think I agree with you. Dave's a Spurs fan. Hi, Dave.
Good evening, chaps. How's it going?
We're great. Are you all right? As a Spurs fan, how are you feeling?
Fed up, got to be honest. I'm really not happy at all.
Okay, tell me why.
It's just, you know what? I was not surprised that we lost to Ipswich, and I was not surprised that we beat City, because that is just the way we are at the moment. And I just feel that just this lack of consistency, and I'm not Andrew's biggest fan, if I'm honest. I just feel like it's all very well playing attacking football. It's fantastic, and we are playing great football, but I kind of feel like you have to change things up a little bit now and again. You know, you can't just be so one-dimensional, and you have to kind of play the way your opponent's playing. So, you know, if you're like, for example, last season when we was playing Chelsea and, you know, we went down to 9 men and we're still throwing bodies forward. I'm like, you can't do that in the Prem. And it's just really frustrating. And tonight, I don't think we'll win tonight. I think it'll be a draw. And Bentley, you said 3-3. I think you're probably spot on. I'm going to have a little punt on that, if I'm honest.
Please don't.
But no, honestly, it's just, and you know, you say that you think Tottenham fans will be happy. I've got a couple of mates with Tottenham and we're not happy.
Well, okay. Do you know what, David, quickly, is it because of, do you think a lot of Spurs fans are happy, certainly with Ange, because of what you've had to watch, maybe the Mourinho and the Conte situation? Do you think they maybe blinkered by that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, under Conte and Mourinho, it was awful. You know, it was unbearable. And this is a little bit easier on the eye, I'll give him that. But, you know, you just want to, if you're not going to be challenging for the title, which we're not, you want to be competing. You want to, you know, you want to compete against teams. And when you're losing to Ipswich and Palace and, you know, going to Brighton and losing 3-2, it's just, I don't know how much longer I can take it. You know, I'm 44 years old and I'm like, am I ever going to see this team win a league? And my little lad, he's telling me that he loves Arsenal.
How old is he, Dave? How old is he?
He's going to be 6 next
How
week.
have you let that happen?
Oh, do you know what? It's awful. But I'm like, well, at least he might have a bit of glory. Do you know what I mean?
You can't. How is that? Sorry, I can't get my head around it. Sorry you've taken him to Spurs.
Listen. If he wants to support Arsenal, I will never, ever, ever buy him an Arsenal kit. I will never take him to see Arsenal. I will not put a penny in their pocket. But, you know, at least we'll have a bit of banter.
Dave, do you know what? As a dad, as a fellow dad, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, Goldstein, that's outrageous.
You can't have your son supporting the enemy. That's terrible.
I say that with tongue in cheek.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Dave, I'm playing with you. Thanks for calling. Have a good evening.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Let's go to, you can't have that, can you? Your boy supports Spurs. What happens then?
He doesn't.
No, I know, but if he did, what happens?
He doesn't.
Get kicked out, wouldn't he, on the streets? Marcus, a Spurs fan. Hi, Marcus.
Hello, guys. Great show, guys.
You got any kids?
No, I haven't, mate. But the last caller, I was agreeing with him up until that bit about you said about.
What would you do if you have a boy and at 5 years old he turns around and goes, I think I support Arsenal?
Well, I want to know is how did that happen?
I know.
I mean, if anything, he could have said, Dad, I support Chelsea. Dad, I support West Ham. Dad, I support Man City or Man United.
That's school. I'm guessing at school at that age.
Yeah, God, yeah.
Go on then, as a Spurs fan, are you thinking maybe you should support Arsenal? What's going on with your club?
Well, no, this is the thing about Tottenham, right? We always punch above our weight anyway, right? And top 5 is like, well, considering that Man United are still asleep, Newcastle are still asleep, Villa are going through a dodgy spell. Are we really the best team in the league anyway? When you think about it, I mean, you even got the likes of Brighton, the way they've been playing the last couple of seasons. We look at them in envy. You think, look how well run they are. The thing about Tottenham, right? Every Tottenham fan knows this, right? We were expected to get beat by Ipswich. That was always in the back of Tottenham's mind. We knew we could lose this one. At the same time, we always knew we could beat Man City. That's what Tottenham do. The thing about Tottenham is that we can attack, but we can't defend. And that style of football is entertaining for all the neutrals. They like the way Tottenham play. But for Tottenham fans, long-suffering Tottenham fans like me, we're like, oh, here we go again. The circus is back in town. This is Aussie's famous five of 1995. Klinsmann, Sheringham, Barmby, Popescu, Dimitrescu. We could attack all day long, could not defend.
Let's speak to Lewis, a Spurs fan. Hi, Lewis.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
All your Tottenham fans have been very negative about your club. How are you feeling?
I'm a little bit up and down. Like that David caller, that was so embarrassing. Letting your son support Arsenal, that's a joke.
Have you got kids?
No, I don't, mate. But I certainly wouldn't let him support Arsenal.
Would you let your kids play for Arsenal?
Absolutely not. You're embarrassing for that as well.
What? Oh, so your boy gets offered like 250 grand a week to play for Arsenal?
No, my brother plays for Cambridge right now, so he's
Lewis,
right there.
Lewis, let me ask you this question, right? You've got a 7-year-old boy, right?
Yeah.
And he's playing Sunday League football, and then the scout of Arsenal comes up to you and says, "I'd like to see your boy at Arsenal next week." When you go home and your boy says, "Dad, did anyone speak to you about a trial?" What are you going to say?
Oh, they didn't, mate, actually. But,
that is disgusting.
It's tough, mate. It's tough.
That's amazing.
Playing different is tough. It's tough.
Wow.
Support.
No one.
Support.
Son, no one saw you. No one was impressed. Get back on the football pitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
But no, you can't support.
No, you can't. Go on, what's going to happen tonight, just quickly?
I think we'll win tonight, but obviously people are forgetting that we're missing quite a few players. Now, obviously, Dominic Blankley's been out. Yeah. Mikey Moore started really well. He's been out. Obviously, we miss out 2 centre-backs. We need to get 2 full-backs in.
You can't quote Mikey Moore being out as one of the reasons. I mean, he's hardly played for you, has he?
But why? Though?
Well, because he's not regular, is he? How many times has he played?
Yeah, but look how good he looks when he does play.
Yeah, well, I've got Spurs.
He's looked better than Son this year. He's looked better than Odegaard this year. He's looked better than Werner. He's looked better than Johnson in some games. So how can you say that
hold on a minute. You can't say he looks better than Brennan Johnson. He's on fire.
I forgot they lost that Wilson Odegaard as well. He was decent, by the way.
Yeah. I think listen, Mikey Moore's meant to be a hell of a player, but he's hardly started for Spurs.
Van der Ven and Romero's big.
Yeah, massive.
Huge.
And a goalkeeper missing as well. So they've got, Still to come, we'll be joined by PDC World number 8, Stephen Bunt. It's so bizarre because we've had unbelievable guests on our show from time to time. Me and Benny are so excited about the speed of Stephen. Darts has taken over our world, isn't it?
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.